You want to write a book? Great. But how are you going to start it? That's the thing. Sometimes you don't even know how you're going to start writing your book. And I'm going to give you 10 tips how you can start. I have them all here in my social media book. Let's see, social media. The first thing you want to figure out is what kind of book you're gonna write. There are so many different kinds. We have a realistic book. This may not have happened, but who can prove that it hasn't happened? This kind of happened somewhere in France because it has no dragons, no monsters, or any other super fiction characters, no superheroes, nothing. Just normal people do normal stuff. Do you want to write this kind of book? Or I'm kind of sore in the throat, so sorry if I cough or anything. This kind of book. This is Jurassic Park, and why this is more fictional than Les Miserables is because it's dinosaurs here. We don't have dinosaurs walking around on the street. It would be cool, but still scary. Or you want to write a biography. That was the first I pulled, was Binge by Tyler Oakley. This is a biography, it's about his story. Or do you want to write a do together book, origami? Here's, come on, tips and tricks how to do origami around bowl. Or do you want to do a tips and tricks book? This is digital success, so you succeed with social medias. Or do you want to do a cookbook? This is an Asian cookbook I got from my aunt so many years ago. These are just some things you can write. So decide what kind of book you want to write before you start with anything else. Number 2 is to start looking for ways you want to write your book. We have the diary way. We have, if you want to have the I, you, she, it, they. That's kind of a big thing depending on what kind of way you want to write, if you don't want to write the diary way. Or if you want to have the and, if you want to have it in present, past or future. And that's kind of the sentence you want to write it in, or what kind of era you want to write it in. So both of those are really important. You're gonna write that they're in the futuristic scene, a past scene, or the present scene. Number 3 is making a writing schedule. You are not gonna write every single day. You maybe should have 2 or more free days where you just relax and don't think about the book at all. For the first 2 months, you can do this schedule where you have 2 or more free days, because you are gonna be more excited writing the first 2 months, and then it's gonna be so difficult writing it. And then you're gonna be like, do I have to write? Oh god, I don't wanna write. And don't write too much about the story. If you just write, and then you'll be like, what was it about again? You have to see how the story flows and then go by it. Sometimes it will be like flat, and then it will have this roller coaster theme in it. But you have to be prepared for it. Not be like, oh my god, I did not remember that happening. You're the one writing it, so you have to know what happens. Even though it can be surprised when you're writing it. Because the story is supposed to be alive, but you're supposed to know after you read it that happened, not be surprised maybe 2 days later, and you're gonna reread what you wrote, and be all surprised. That's not gonna be good enough. Then you'll be like, do I really want to have that? Or be all in doubt. After writing the 2 first months, have a week free, because you need to take a break. Everybody needs to take I'm coughing right now. Because if you're too obsessed about this writing, then you might lose the touch about the book. And that's not something you want to aim for. Number 4, choose your own writing style. And by writing style, I mean how you're gonna write the book. If you want to write it in with your own, with writing it like this, or some people actually write it on their cell phone or their tablet, or they just go for the big boost and have it in their computer. There are ways you can actually do it all 4 ways. I do it actually. When I don't have this around, I take my computer or my iPad or the computer. I did say that once, just. Okay, moving on. Number 5 is a ritual, a writing ritual. I light a candle, my favorite candle, or a candle that just smells good. I use my favorite pens and pencils to do all the doodling. Yeah, I doodle instead of writing. When I write, so I feel more motivated. You can photograph the progress if you want to do that. It's like a study Tumblr. Those are really good to watch to get inspiration because they look so artistic and they're great. I like them very much. And have some snacks because otherwise you'll be so hungry when you maybe have past 2 hours and be like, I'm so in the novel right now and I don't want to cook food. Then have some snacks and something to drink on because you have to drink. Remember, you have to drink. And take small breaks to eat real food. Remember, or you have to go shopping, grocery shopping. You have to take some small breaks. I'm feeling kind of weird. I'm using my circle lenses for the first time since I got them. They're actually really green. And I'm not using them right now. It's been a while since I have circle lenses, so that's why. Number 6 is not to dig yourself too much in the story. Sure, you feel like you're in the flow and everything's going so according to plan and everything is just great. You're ahead of your schedule or something like that. But if you dig too much or dig yourself in too much, you'll lose it. I've done that several times and be like, nope, I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm gonna take a break. And I take too long a break and then I don't remember anything I wrote. Here's say something. If you can't write, you can take a break. And this is, even if you're having a great breakthrough, you should have a break also. Because it's good for your brain, and it's good for your fingers and wrists. And your back, because you're actually hunching when you're writing. So you have to be on this all the time. And by standing up and walking around or doing something else, it's very good for your body and mind. Number 7 is actually a very big thing if you're having like a fictional or a novel where you don't write these kind of things. Is to do a relation map with the characters you have. And sometimes when you feel like, oh, I want to have a new character, but I don't want to mess up the map. Don't be afraid, because if you do it on the computer, you can delete it if you don't want the character anymore. Or you can just do another, copy the first map, paste it on a new paper, let's say that, and do a new one. And don't be afraid of doing it, because if it just goes bad, you just have to not save it. Number 8 is have regular meals and eat well. And it's kind of obvious that you have to eat and you have to have regular feeding schedule, because even if you're working or anything, school, you have to eat to get the fuel for your body. Science. Number 9. Don't stay up late. You're just a person. You can't do 24 hours of writing and doing stuff. Your body needs to sleep and your head needs to sleep. Even though you feel like, oh, I'm so close to a breakthrough, I just need 20 minutes later, 20 minutes more, and then I'll be done. No. Drop the pen, go to bed. You'll have the breakthrough later. because your brain is telling you actually, I want to go to bed now, get going. So listen to the brain and go to bed. And number 10 is to have fun. If you don't have fun writing, then why are you writing? So that was my 10 tips to how to start writing a book. I hope you enjoyed and found these tips kind of helpful for you. So I'm gonna go now and finish whatever I was doing before this video. Love and magic to you all. Bye bye!